Well, lottery retailers aren't the only ones. Dealing with long lines of customers today, pot shops in San Francisco are busy now that they can officially sell recreational marijuana. KPIX 5's Don Lin is outside of one of those dispensaries now. Hey, Don.
Yeah, very busy indeed, Brian. Take a look at this line right here. A lot of people standing, waiting in line to get inside this dispensary here in the Castro. You're looking at least 150 to maybe 200 people inside and outside here looking at this line. A lot of folks saying they're very glad they can be out of the shadows and now buy recreational marijuana.
Okay, we're open.
Come on in, guys.
This line formed an hour before the store opened.
I think it's about time. It's way overdue.
Weed prohibition ended today in San Francisco. The only requirement, 21 and over.
Sour diesel is going to be much more of a head buzz, a little racy.
One of these?
Okay. You're all set.
Pot users say legalization means regulation.
We are taking product out of the shadows and legalizing it. It's just going to make it safer for everybody.
I feel way better being in here and buying it versus like meeting somebody in a parking lot at Safeway.
This man remembers the dangers of buying from strangers.
He tried to rob me there, you know. I mean, I had some money in my front pocket. He tried to pickpocket it with this kind of a move.
Dispensary owners believe legalization will also remove the stigma surrounding recreational marijuana.
There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Hold your head up high. Come to a store that looks like a Nordstrom's, looks like any coffee bar.
Legal cannabis.
City and state leaders credit this historic day to those who lived with HIV in the 80s. They were some of the first groups to push for legalizing marijuana.
People who were arrested, who spent time in prison, who went to hell and back to move us away from prohibition.
How much did you want to get?
Just a gram.
A gram? Sure.
Pot users say what's good for them is also good for the economy. This couple is visiting from Australia.
I just bought a gram of it. Really, I'm just trying not to get too excited. Just buying a bit of everything first. I don't want to buy too much.
Sour watermelon gummies.
I got the pineapple punch, and then I got 2 pre-rolled sativa blend cones.
You saw the line outside earlier. Check out the line inside right now. It kind of snakes around, so a lot of people in here buying marijuana. Now, legalization started on the 1st of this year, but San Francisco fashion, it took San Francisco a few more days to issue the permits and licenses to all the dispensaries here in the city. Back to you, Brian.
You know, when you look behind you, it's a little bit difficult to get a sense. I see the line snaking around you, but like, how many people? Are there 20? Are there 100? Or do you have a sense of that?
Yeah, definitely quite a few people here, dozens of people. And you know, a lot of folks are questioning, is this inviting new users? And that's not the case that I've seen. For a lot of the folks, it's their first time in a dispensary, but it's not their first time smoking weed. I would classify these as veteran pot users, but they're saying that it's great that they no longer have to buy it from strangers at a street corner or at a parking lot. This is a lot safer. That's what they're saying.
You know, the owner of the place, the CEO, had said, it's just like a coffee bar. But I mean, we had an officer of the law killed a week ago by somebody who was high and stoned, and he certainly can't believe that it's as innocent as drinking coffee. Surely they're not suggesting you can have incautious use of marijuana.
Brian, I didn't quite hear the question so well because of the earpiece, but you know, he's basically trying to say it's an upscale boutique. This is not something that a dingy or like a dark little place that would scare people. Obviously, just like alcohol and you can't be like drinking and working at the same time, just like you can't be smoking weed and working at the same time. So all regulations still apply when it comes to work, when it comes to social behavior. But obviously, this is a lot more legal now, and it's a lot more classy, if you want to use that word.
Okay. Well, it's all very early in the game. We'll see how it all works out. It's Don Lin in San Francisco. Thanks, Don.